So today we're doing an Indian recipe, butter chicken. Sounds good, doesn't it? Hope you guys like it. All right.
Hi everyone. As Norman mentioned earlier, we're going to make butter chicken today. This is a recipe from Urvashi Patre, which is, she's a YouTuber, but she also has several Instant Pot cookbooks, and her blog is twosleevers.com. I've made this recipe before. I highly recommend it. It's one of the best butter chickens I've had personally. Okay, so because I love this recipe so much, I am making double. And then I'm going to go ahead and freeze the leftovers. So let me go ahead and tell you the ingredients I need. So we have 2 cans of fire roasted diced garlic tomatoes. You can use any type of diced tomatoes. This is what I had, and it also adds a little bit of smokiness to the recipe, which we like. You're also going to add 10 to 12 garlic cloves. You can add more, you can add less, depends on what you like. We like a lot. And then we're going to have a couple tablespoons of minced ginger. And then for the spices, the recipe does call for turmeric. I didn't have any of that on hand. You can substitute curry powder, or saffron is another thing you can substitute. So I went ahead and used yellow curry powder. So we have curry powder, which is a couple of teaspoons. We have cayenne pepper, paprika, garam masala, which we've split into 2. And then we also have ground cumin and salt. We're also going to be using 2 pounds of boneless thighs. And this is going to be 8 ounces of cubed butter and 1 cup of cream. It looks a little lumpy at the moment because I had it frozen and I thawed it out. It's perfectly good. Once it cooks, it'll mellow out and get back to the regular cream consistency. And then we're going to go with a 1/2 cup of fresh cilantro or coriander. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move some of these ingredients aside here. Okay, so I am using a 6-quart Instant Pot. This is like the most common that we use. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add the tomatoes. We're going to add the garlic. Okay, and then the next thing that we're going to do is add the ginger. My hands are clean, so I'm going to use my hands here. Okay. So this is where it had asked in the original recipe for the turmeric. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add all the rest of these ingredients in here. Once again, this is the curry to replace the turmeric, the cayenne, the paprika, the garam masala, cumin, and salt. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in here. I'm going to get a spoon here to mix that. This is a really easy recipe. Comes together pretty quickly. Okay. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place the chicken on top of the mixture. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to level this up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to lock the lid in place. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, this is a Duo Evo Plus, which I use most of the time, but many of the Instant Pot pressure cookers have a manual button. In this case, I'm going to press pressure cooker, custom, so I'm going to push the button. We're on high pressure. We're going to set it for 10 minutes. And then in mine, I have to press start. And on the other Instant Pots, I believe all of them, you just let it go and it'll go ahead and start. So we're going to go ahead and let this cook for 10 minutes and we will be back.
All right.
All right, so we're going to do a quick release. I just want to let you know a couple things that happened while this was cooking. One, I got a food burn notice, which actually I've never received before. But what was happening is that there was a little bit of crust that was building up on the bottom of the pan while it was under pressure. So if you run into that, all you need to do is just remove the lid and then scrape the bottom of the pan. And that's what I did, and then I just continued. Also, I did a little quick taste test on this, and it was a bit spicy. I was concerned about that because normally I don't double this. However, we're going to be adding in the butter, the cream, and so forth. And then worst case scenario, depending upon how it comes out after that, if it's still too spicy, I'm going to go ahead and I can either add sugar to it, I can add more dairy, I can also add more tomatoes to it, and then cook that down by itself a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and get a bowl so we can put the chicken into it. Okay. This makes the chicken thighs very tender. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set the chicken aside, and then I'm going to go ahead and plug in my immersion blender. So I'm going to unplug the Instant Pot. So what you want to do is, when you're working with an immersion blender, you want to start with the low. I'm going to turn this a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and start slowly, otherwise it can spit up tomato sauce everywhere and you will get burned. Okay. So as you can see, it's blended. And I'm just going to take this over to the sink. So 1 second. Do another taste test here real quick, because I think we're going to need to add the rest of the salt too. Okay, so I'm going to add the last teaspoon of salt. Once again, this is a double recipe, so I had a teaspoon in the original amount. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add the cream. Once again, don't worry that it's a little chunky. That was just because it was frozen. So this was about a cup of cream, and as you can see, it's blending in quite nicely. So since it was a little on the spicier side, you want to go ahead. I have about another 1/4 cup here, and this just mellows that out a little bit more. You can put half of the cayenne in there. Just depends on what you like. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay, and then also we're adding the rest of the garam masala. Mix that in. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and add in all of this lovely butter, since it's butter chicken. Just will take a moment or two to melt in. Now, this particular sauce it's saucy, but it's not exceptionally thick. So depending upon how you like your butter chicken, if you wanted to thicken it up, you could take, let's say, a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, add a tablespoon of water, and mix it up, and then just kind of put a little bit in at a time and just keep stirring until you get the right consistency in terms of what you prefer. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty much melted in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a spoon and take another taste. You can see how it coats the spoon. Actually, that mellowed it out just right. So the next thing that we're going to do, oops, sorry, I'm making noise here, is I'm going to go ahead and spoon up a little rice for Norman since he's going to be our taste tester. So 1 second, I will be right back with that. In this particular case, we're using I think this is long grain white rice, and we just cooked that in the Instant Pot earlier. So let me go ahead and get my tongs, and then we're going to go ahead and just put a few chicken pieces on top, and then I'm going to go ahead and spoon over some of the sauce. Okay, and then you chop it off with just a little bit of cilantro. Okay, and there you have it.
So guys, unfortunately for some reason, the audio from the tasting part disappeared. So let me just see if I could do a commentary. Now would you look at that? Yummy. And let me tell you, the chicken was really good. All right, I'm doing a taste, and it's good. Not that spicy too. So it wasn't bad as far as the spice was concerned. I liked it, and I'm not too much into spicy nowadays. So it was good. Now, I said I need some more sauce. So I get some more sauce, and you will find out that I really like that sauce. The butter chicken, the butter, the curry flavor. It was amazing. It was really good. You guys should really try this out. Now watch some of the expressions on my face. You'll see. Yep, I'm going to town on it. Yeah. Yes. Look at that. Yes, that expression. That's what I'm talking about. Oop, it fell. I shouldn't be talking with my mouth full. Yes. Uh-huh. Very good. I don't remember what I was saying over there. I might have been talking about the spice. I might have been talking about how good it was. And I did really like it. And you will notice in about a minute or two, I'm going to get more of that sauce. There, look, there's another expression on my face. Yep, yeah, I remember. I wish I had some more right now. But it didn't last. There you go. More sauce. Because, yes, as I said, that sauce was good. And that butter chicken didn't last past the next night. I ate most of it the following lunch. So, you guys have got to try this. See if you can try out the recipe. All right? Oh, more. Have some more. Yep. I'm more eating than talking in this point. So maybe it's better that I did the voiceover. And there again. Yeah. I know there's another one. Nope, not that. So, give this a try. Hopefully, you guys will try it and let us know if you do. Tell us what you think about it. Yep. I believe I said, okay, time to close this up because I'm going to go eat some more of this. There. Hit the like, make the comment, hit that bell. That's what I'm saying. And at some point in time, I'm going to point and say, let's see, right about, nope, not yet. Right about now. Yes. Hopefully, I'll have a video up there and down there. And goodbye. God bless everyone.